What's going on, Giants fans? Welcome back to Blue and Bold. And the Giants just beat the Jets. Well, not just beat the Jets. At the time of recording this video, there's like maybe 3 minutes left of the fourth quarter. But at the time, by the time I turned off the game, it was 31-12. So I'm just gonna assume that was the final score. And man, it was a real fun game. I wish I could have went to that because I would love to be in that environment. Being with our home rivals, the Jets fans. Yeah, it was a really fun game. Starting out with the first drive, we have Russell Wilson taking actually a lot more snaps than I thought he would. Maybe like a quarter, like 1 quarter, and then a quarter way into the second quarter, having about 4 drives. And the highlight of the day for him was an 80-yard bomb to Bo Collins that took it all, which should have been a touchdown probably, but Bo Collins fell down to the 1 yard line, which was punched in by Devin Singletary after. And that was the one thing that we brought him here to do, was to bring back that deep ball passing, because we know Brian Dable loves to be aggressive. And he wanted to bring the deep ball into this offense, even with Daniel Jones, but that just never worked. And after Russell Wilson's little tenure in that game, Jackson Dart came in and he had an amazing game. Right? They put him in for one play during Russell Wilson's play time, and then they took him out for one play. That turned out being like I think 30-yard game for Theo Johnson. It was like a little tight end screen. And then Russell Wilson finished off that drive. But after that drive, Jackson Dart came in and he looked decisive. He looked like a good quarterback. We drafted him in the 24th with the 25th pick. My bad. And yeah, he just looked decisive. He looked quick. He worked the quick game really well. He got his screen passes. In stride actually to get first downs. He had a rushing TD, which came off a QB sneak. The play before that, he dumped off. He made a really nice pass to Juice Wells, which then he made a couple people miss, and he got down to the 1 yard line, leading to that QB sneak for the touchdown. And he had a passing TD to Greg Dulcich, one of the tight ends that's fighting for a roster spot. And yeah, he looked what I hoped he would look like. As we all know, Brian Dable loves this kid. I imagine the press conference he's probably gonna be giggling and chuckling about him while talking about all the good things he did today. I believe the stat line was 13 for 16 passing, 140 something odd yards, a passing TD and a rushing TD. Just a really good stat line for a preseason game. And again, it is preseason. We don't know how this will translate to regular season games, but it is good to have optimism about your future franchise quarterback, especially for next season and beyond. Other spotlight players of the game, Evan Neal and Marcus Mbow, they came in. Evan Neal came in well into the second quarter, right before halftime, and then he worked his way into there. Evan Neal only had really one bad play, really, and then Marcus Mbow, he's been shining like he has all offseason. And those two, just watching them play side by side, it was just we haven't seen that in a very long time. With, of course, we have Jermaine Illuminor, but there wasn't any real consistency with Greg Van Roen at the right guard spot last season, and they just looked like it was meant to be. I hope Evan Neal wins this right guard spot, and I think he will win this right guard spot. If not week one, it should be maybe later into the season. Maybe when Greg Van Roen, if Greg Van Roen play starts to decline, we will see Evan Neal take that spot. But he is definitely showing some promise, because we moved him to guard right after having abysmal seasons at right tackle for the past 3 seasons, and he is showing some promise at that right guard spot. I don't know I wouldn't have any conclusions about who's winning the battle right now, but all I know is Marcus Mbow was the steal of the draft. At least that's what it's looking like. What other stuff do we have? We have Paul Adebo on the first drive. He was guarding Garrett Wilson, and he got a pass breakup on him. That was real good to see. And another pass breakup on Garrett Wilson, but the other one was Cordell Flott, which is huge because Deonte Banks, he got dinged up in one of the joint practices, I believe, and Cordell Flott was forced to get most of the reps at least in the first half of the game, and he showed real promise. Cordell Flott, he was shading on the outside for Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson made a slant. Cordell Flott had nice get-up speed to get the pass breakup, and that's what you want to see out of someone who's fighting for that CB2 spot. Like I said, the best man win that CB2 spot. I want it to be Banks because I want that first round pick to be worth it. And it looks like Croda Flat is going to win that job. At least it looks like he's running away from it. He's running away with it, my bad. And yeah, what an exciting game it was. I think that's, well, obviously Jameis Winston played the rest of the game. He had a nice throw, but Jameis Winston is going to be Jameis Winston. We already know what he is as a quarterback. And yeah, I think that's all I have for today. Jackson Dart played well. Evan Neal, Marcus Mbow played well. Russell Wilson, we already know what he is. He's one of the best deep ball passes in the league. And yeah, it's good to get a win, even though it's preseason. I love getting wins. I just love that word win. And we're just one more preseason week away. We take a week off, and then we go to week 1 versus the Washington Commanders. Man, I can't wait for the NFL season. But yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys comment down, subscribe, like the video. It'll all be really appreciated. And let's go Big Blue.